Welcome back, David. I say this all the time, but it's one of my favorite parts because influencers are abound. We usually have multiple influencers, and sometimes they come in a minute, sometimes they come in a lifetime. My favorite story when I speak is my grandfather, who is from Kyiv, and my grandmother and mom and aunt are from Kyiv, and they went to Canada years ago, and he used to take me for walks in the park in Montreal when I was 5. And one day I just asked him, I said, Zeta, how do you know all these people that you talk to? And he said, and I think that's where I got all of my talking from, by the way. He said, well, one day I smiled at somebody a little bit over there, and he came over and smiled back at me, and we started talking. And another person came, saw us laughing, and talked to us. And I'm thinking, well, smiling, pretty cool. You can make friends and whatever just by smiling. And then it hit me. He was doing more than smiling. That was the trigger. And then he started more, and doesn't take much. So that was an influencer for me, and I had many afters. I'm sure you've had too. Can you share 2 or 3 people that have been influential in your life?
Yeah, sure. So first one would be Mac, who is McQuiston, who's my faith mentor. He runs a CEO Forum, which is like a mentoring group for Christian executives and CEOs and whatnot. And so he's had a huge influence on my personal life, on my marriage as well, which is reflected into my kids. And so nothing's more
Right.
important than that. He's been a mentor for a long time. There's another guy by the name Tom McGann, who is actually the chairman of Fallen Patriots. And so he and I worked together in private equity when he turned around Spider Active Sports for us, the ski wear company.
Hmm.
And he and I became good friends and hunting buddies out of that. And he's been a huge partner in Fallen Patriots ever since we got started. And that's why he's the chairman. So our lives have intersected in a lot of really important ways. I guess the third one would be my buddy Brian Menace, who's very close friend, West Point classmate. He just retired as a 2-star general in the Army. And I got to say, just, I respect his character and his caring so much. He's like an uncle to my kids. Our kids are same ages, and we've spent massive amounts of time together and vacations and whatnot. And yeah, he's one of the most caring people that I know. And I always try to in some small way and emulate his example that he sets with how he leads people and interacts with people.
Why can't some of these people run for office?
Yeah, I know. I wish.
No
Unfortunately,
kidding.
it's a blood sport out there. Nobody just wants to have mud thrown on them 24/7. So
That's the problem, and we have so many great, smart, intelligent, brilliant, caring people, and we
yeah.
can't get them. But you said something brilliant there that I love, and thanks for sharing it. Is we're all influencing people, even when we don't know it out there.
Hmm. Yeah.
And so it's really a choice, positive or negative. How much of an impact do you want to make? And I like the fact that you said it was because of, when you're talking about Brian, it was because of him that you're influencing now, and it's going out there, and your kids get it because it's so true. So we gotta, part of the reason of this Leaders Who Care series is to get that mindset out, that kindness and caring and whatnot is actually a good thing.
Right.
So thanks for leading the way. Appreciate you
That's
sharing that.
wonderful. Thank you.